For 8.5 part 4, we're going to work on putting everything we've been working on together. We're going to use order of operations. We're going to combine like terms. We're going to use the distributive property. We're going to do all in one problem here. So when we put this all together, we still have to follow that order of operations. We are still following GEMS to make sure we go step by step. So we can take these big, long expressions that kind of look scary sometimes, and if we follow our steps piece by piece, it tells us what to do. So right over here, we're going to set up and we're going to write a little checklist of GEMS here. So looking at my group here, 4x plus 3. I cannot combine x's and 3's together when I add. I can't add things that are not like each other. So my G is done. Now we don't have any exponents, E is done. Okay, so now we're looking to multiply and divide. So looking here, oh, here we have multiply with the distributive property. So 2 times 4 is 8 with an x, and we're adding on 2 times 3 is 6. So we just did this part right here. So now we're going to bring down the 4, right? We're not bringing down the 3, we already used it. Just bring down the 4, so right, we use that. So we're looking for multiply and divide still. So we have this 8x, that is multiply, but we don't know what x is, so there's nothing we can do about it. There's add and subtract, so our M is done. So now we're going to subtract and add, but we can only put things that are like each other together. So we have 8 x's. This is not an x, this is not an x, so we're just going to bring that down. We have 8 x's. Now we have 6, and we're going to take away 4, so those constants are like each other. 6 take away 4 is a positive 2. I can't put x's and 2's together by adding, so this is as simple as it can go, 8x plus 2. Now if we wanted to, we could distribute and factor this a little bit more. I can look at 8 and 2 and say, oh, those can both divide by a factor of 2. So I'm going to pull out a group of 2. And so 2 goes into 8 4 times with an x, plus 2 divided by 2 is 1. And here's another equivalent expression. So this and this and this are all equivalent. So this is as simple as it can go. It's the least amount of terms. 2 times 4 is 8x, plus 2 times 1 is 2. All right, let's try another one. So very first, we want to get our checklist, GEMS. So we're looking at this group, G's and minus 2. We can't put those together. So our group is done. We don't have any exponents. Our group is done. So now we need to look to multiply and divide. So subtract. We don't know what G is, even though that means multiply. We don't know it. Plus, oh, here we go, 3 groups of 4 and 3 groups of 2. So 3 times 4 is 12 G's, minus 3 times 2 is 6. So we just used all of this, so we're going to bring everything else down. So we're still looking to multiply and divide. Here's subtract. We don't know G, we don't know G, and another subtract. So our M is done. So now we're going to subtract and add, but we can only put things that are like each other together. 14, not like a G, not like a G. Oh, take away 6. 14 take away 6 is 8. And then we have these negative 5 G's. And we're going to add on 12 of them. So we have 12, right? We're taking away 5. If I draw a number line right up here, so here's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 5. So if I go forward in the positive direction, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that gets me to a positive 7. 7 take away 5 is a positive 12. Sorry, a positive 7 with the G, 8 plus 7 G's, and I can't put G's and 8's together. They're not like each other. And the only factor that 8 and 7 have is 1, so even if I pulled out a 1, this would be exactly the same. 8 divided by 1 is 8. 7 divided by 1 is 8. So I don't really need to write that because that's exactly what was already in the parentheses. So this big long expression and this one we simplified into two terms are equivalent to each other. So all we're doing is following GEMS to try and put what we can together to get it into the least amount of terms.